Hockey fans, a pleasant good evening from the IRA Civic Center in Grand Rapids. This is My 9 Sports coverage of girls hockey tonight. It'll be Grand Rapids Greenway taking on Hibbing Chisholm, along with the entire Masabi Community Television production crew. And Reed Larson and Bob Cohn. We're all set for high school hockey. It should be a good one, Reed.
Bob, it's going to be fantastic, but I sure hope we can hear tonight. As you can hear in the background, we have got the best band in the state of Minnesota just to the right of us. So we're going to be competing with them, but at the same time working with them. It's going to be a fantastic hockey game here tonight. We're ready to rock and roll.
In the junior varsity game, Grand Rapids Greenway wins 1-0, and it was right down to the end. It was a good junior varsity game.
That battle down to the wire, Bob. It was a great JV game. A great start to a good Iron Range battle from the West Range to the mid-range. It's going to be a fantastic game here tonight.
9-1 Lightning. Their only loss came last Saturday. They got beat at Edina 4-1. They won their first 9 games. And I'll tell you, they've got a lot of high expectations. They're ranked 8th in the state of Minnesota.
Yeah, they are, and they lost to the number 2 ranked team, the Edina Hornets, last weekend. The only loss of the year so far, like you mentioned. They were undefeated up to that point. They've been battle-tested with some pretty good teams here early on in the beginning of the season and played great hockey. I've had a number of conversations with Coach Brad Hyduk here in the last week as I work at the high school with him. And we'll have an interview with him after the first period.
Okay, we're all set. It'll be Pear taking the draw against Girardi. Puck is controlled by the Lightning. To Parrott. Elich trying to go through a couple of Blue Jackets. Now Parrott in the corner will pick up the puck in behind Abby Edstrom. Abby, the senior goaltender, back to the point, broking. This is Parrott again. 27 points in the season. A shot and off the stick of Edstrom.
Sadie Peart commit to Quinnipiac as one of our 2 gals that are committed here at Grand Rapids Greenway. The other one being Claire Vekic. She is committed as a sophomore to Bemidji State University. So definitely have some high-end players here, but some great support as well.
Well, you talk about Claire Vekic. You know, maybe she's verbally committed right now, but she's a heck of a volleyball player and even a better softball player. So I'm kind of curious to see where she may end up.
Coming from the softball man to my right. I like it. I love it. 3 sport athletes are what are needed in small schools, and Claire Vekic, part of our co-op here, goes to Greenway and is just as good at the other 2 sports as she is at hockey.
Puck was cleared all the way down. It goes right on Edstrom, and Abby will make the save. Drops it off to Haben. Now it's intercepted and put back in the Blue Jacket end. Going in after it was Folstead of the Blue Jackets. Lightning control. It comes right to the slot area. Vekic took a whack at it. Now Vekic will control it in behind the Hibbing net. Coming to the near boards, being hounded closely by Folstead. There's a goal right away from a tough angle.
Tough angle shot, but right under the crossbar, Bob. Not a bad looking play. Great work behind the net by Claire Vekic, and that puck found its way to the front of the net. And Quinn Cassell, it looks like, right underneath the bar there. Great shot. Caught captain goaltender Abby Edstrom down in the butterfly position, doing exactly what she should do when she can't see the puck. She ended up going down. The puck went over her left shoulder, ended up in the back of the net. Quinn Cassell, unofficially.
That's her 3rd goal of the season. So it's 1-0. A quick goal for the Lightning.
Well, in a number of conversations with the coaching staffs before the game, had great talks with both and should be able to touch base with some good info on both of these teams here as the game gets going on, Bob Cohn.
Loose puck is picked up. Going back in her own end was Roloff. That's Jazzy Roloff, one of 2 Roloff girls on this team. And that Roloff name, boy, it's been around this Grand Rapids area for years. Well,
and it's coming from the family that you remember hearing it from. both girls that are on this squad here right now, Jazzy and Jade, both the daughters of former Grand Rapids graduate John Roloff, former Minnesota Duluth Bulldog, and also former Boston Bruin. So coming from a long line of hockey people, two Roloffs out there, great family.
Shot by Parrott on the backhand. Another save for Edstrom. She's got 3 saves already on the first 4 shots. And again, the Lightning continue to pepper the net. Hibbing will finally get it out, and it's just dumped all the way in. That was dumped in by Dorothy Carney of the Blue Jackets. One nothing as Grand Rapids Greenways has a quick goal tonight, and the 9-1 Lightning, ranked number 8 in the state, have a 1-goal lead on the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets. This is Vekic, top of the key, could not. Boy, it looked like it was offside, but finally here come the Hibbing Blue Jackets back. This is Ali Buzzy.
That was a gift by former Grand Rapids assistant coach Steve Anderson on the lines tonight. A gift that wasn't an offside.
Finally, the puck is picked up by Lundell. She has some trouble with it. Lundell back after it, but going in after it is Jordan Tromley. She gets pinned up against the backboards. 12:50 to go in our opening period. That's Buzzy to her sister. This is the other 2 Buzzy girls. Shot right on and a save made. We'll take a break. 12:41 to go in the opening period. 1-0 for the Lightning. As we come back to action, Hibbing was offside, so we'll have a face-off just outside the Grand Rapids Greenway blue line. Lundell, Carney, and Drury on the ice right now for Hibbing Chisholm, and it's Parrott, Elich, and Drotz for the Lightning. Puck to the slot area, backhand was just wide. That's Hannah Mark shooting along the boards. And here comes the Lightning. This is Drotz. Along the far boards, now going in behind the net. Drotz will drop it for Parrott, comes back to the point, and it cannot be kept in by Mark. Her cross-ice pass goes to Steffen. Grand Rapids on a line change. Here come the Blue Jackets. It just fired in. 11:40 to go in our opening period. That was Cassell who tried to control it to the Hibbing blue line. And now Cassell will grab it once again, and we've got a offside called. Head coach is Emily Erickson.
Emily Erickson graduated from Greenway High School back in 2008, was a part of the 2007-2008 GRG Lightning team that went out to the state tournament way back in the day. So 11 seasons ago, if I'm doing my math correctly. I am a health teacher, by the way, not a math teacher, so if I messed that one up, sorry about that. But yeah, Emily Erickson, kind of an interesting dynamic here with what we have with the 2 coaches. Coach Brad Hyduke from Hibbing, Coach Emily Erickson from Greenway, and they're coaching on the opposite benches. Interesting scenario. And also, former head coach of Hibbing Chisholm girls team is the father of Coach Brad Hyduke on Grand Rapids, Pete Hyduke.
Oh, that is very interesting.
There's a lot of trivia behind this here tonight. There's good information. I don't want to give it all away. We got some info in the interviews later.
Puck comes into the Blue Jacket end, and that's Folstead. Up to Maria Girardi. Cross ice, a little bit behind Claire Rewerts. Coming back is Tromley. Here's Jordan Tromley. She'll drop it for Bonner. Shot was just wide. Going after it is Jade Roloff. Comes back to the point. A shot from there. Another save by Edstrom. She's got 5 saves, or check that, 4 saves so far. Shot from the point from Broking. and it goes up and out of play.
Well, there's most certainly going to be a lot of shots on net here tonight, Bob. There's right now you see 1 on the visitor side for the shot clock, and you see 6 on the home side. And I like to say good things about all the people that work here in the arena. But the one thing I know that happens once in a while is a few shots here and there get missed. So I would think, give or take, about 2 or 3 shots on the home side right now.
Okay, grabbing the puck was Courtney Anderson off the boards. Coming out is Lundell, but it's just tipped away. Now Lundell will grab it. Broking intercepts it for Grand Rapids. Now Drotz will pick up the puck. She could not control it. This is Elich. She gets pinned against the boards. And the Blue Jackets just get it back in neutral ice where Maddie Drotz will just drop it off. That's Hannah Mark. Puts it into the Blue Jacket zone. 9.5 minutes to go in our opening period. 1-0 for the Lightning from Grand Rapids Greenway. Again, they're ranked number 8 in the state. Blue Jackets just having a tough time coming out of the zone, especially against this forward line. Here's Maddie Drotz. Took a whack at it.
A lot of pressure in that offensive zone for the GRG Lightning here right now. Like Bob said here just a second ago, having a real difficult time getting out of the zone. A real strong forecheck. Some real talented hockey players here on the GRG Lightning team.
Hibbing comes in with a record of 6-4 on this season. This is Vekic in behind the net. Vekic's trying to stuff it, and a save made by Edstrom. Puck is loose. Now it comes to the wall. This is Reed. Reed in behind the net. Boy, a nice talk with Reed's mom tonight, who has been at Itasca College for 18 years already, she told me.
Nice.
She's a former Leslie Kangas who coached volleyball at Virginia High School. Reed takes a shot. Puck is in the corner. It's grabbed by Cassell. Comes to the side of the net. Here's Vekic again controlling the puck. Vekic gives it to Cassell in behind the net. Quinn Cassell being pinned against the backboards. And now the puck is grabbed and cleared out by Girardi. Coming after it. This is Ali Buzzy. Her shot right on, and a save made by goaltender Emily Trask. We're going to take a break. 8:06 to go in our opening period. This is My 9 Sports from IRA Civic Center in Grand Rapids. One nothing is our score. Hibbing now putting a little pressure on. A backhand towards the net. Not sure if the goaltender Emily Trask got a piece of it or not. That's Tromley in behind. Shoots it along the boards.
Hibbing putting a little pressure here on this last minute or so here while we were off for the break. Hibbing pinning Grand Rapids Greenway into the zone here for about the last 30 to 35 seconds. Still not as many shots on net as they would like. However, head coach Brad Hyduk on the GRG side probably thinking things are looking okay with only giving up 3 shots at this moment.
Shot right on. Trask with the save, and she'll cover it up. That's probably their best shot so far out of the first 4 they've taken.
Yeah, and that actually had a couple of bounces, little English on that puck right there as it spun back and came back forward again. Those are tricky for goaltenders. And she's having to stand in here for a couple of shots on net. Just a few minutes ago, it was 6-1 in shots, and now it's 7-4. Hibbing putting a little pressure on here late in the first period.
That was Drotz who put it in deep. This is Parrott. Gets it back to the blue line. Mark. Back to Parrott. Now it comes to Maddie Drotz. Into the slot area. Nobody there but the Blue Jackets, and they just clear it out of the zone. This is Mark. Into neutral ice. Collides with a Blue Jacket. That was with Claire Rewerts. Here's a long pass, and it's intercepted. Coming into the zone is Stefan. A shot right on. And Edstrom with the save. You know, I got a second. I got to say hello out there to the... I saw Grandpa Buck tonight. I worked with him over at the Hibbing Courthouse, and he just said that his wife is watching the two granddaughters tonight, Allie and Megan, the two Buzzy sisters. And I just have to say hello to Buck's wife, who's watching the My9 game tonight back in Hibbing. She's cheering for the Blue Jackets. Puck is along the near boards. Here to the side, then a shot. Save made, and the puck is loose, and then Edstrom, no whistle yet.
Well, that was a little bit late of a whistle there, and Grand Rapids Greenway getting in there. If they're going to allow them to take a few extra whacks at the puck with a late whistle like that, by all means, ladies, go ahead and jab at the puck there. But that's what Grand Rapids Greenway is going to have to do here to get more by this goaltender. This goaltender actually grew up playing boys hockey over in Virginia a number of years back and played with the boys as a peewee, played with the boys as a first-year Bantam, and then ended up moving over to Hibbing. The family moved over there, and she's been a starting goaltender since she was in 9th grade. So just a phenomenal player, and she's got her dialed in.
Yep, her father is Paul Edstrom, and I know the grandparents very well. Puck is shot into the Grand Rapids end and comes right on Trask, and she'll just cover up once again with 5:38 to go. Opening period from the IRA Civic Center in Grand Rapids. Again during our first intermission, Reed Larson will be talking with head coach Brad Hyduke of the Grand Rapids Greenway Lightning. Here they come. This is a 2-on-1 break. This is Parrott. Shot, save made, rebound. Another save and a goal. Amber Elich scores on the second rebound.
Well, that really was a fantastic play there, Bob. We had a 2-on-1 there going to the net. A nice shot on net there, and a rebound. A couple of whacks at it, Bob, and it ends up in the back of the net.
So it's 2-0 on the goal from Elich at 11:33. Fifth goal of the season for Amber Elich. Two 2-0. 5:12 to go in our opening period. Puck is kept in by Mark, and after it was Vekic. And it's cleared all the way down. Race is on. Dorothy Carney shoots it in behind the net. To the side, then right on front. Well, Carney had a perfect pass, just could not get the stick. Now Drott's coming back. Here is Maddie Drott. A shot and a save by Edstrom. Let's take a break. We've got 4:44 to go in our opening period. It's 2-0 for Grand Rapids Greenway. This is My9 Sports from IRA Civic Center in Grand Rapids. Back to action. The puck gets dumped in deep by Tilma of the Lightning. Along the boards, Ali Buzzy gets it into center ice, but it's quickly grabbed by Jade Roloff. Now Jade along the far boards, controls it, and then has it bumped away from her. Nice defensive play by Julia Girardi. Here's the puck is kept in. A shot was taken, and another save by Edstrom. Shot taken by Anna Bonner. Now Buzzy cannot control it. Bonner grabs it. She could not hold on to it. And Stefan carries it into the attacking zone with 3.5 minutes to go here in period number 1. And offside is called. 3:28 to go, opening period, 2-0 for Grand Rapids Greenway Lightning.
A little bit of a nice push there, Bob, towards the end of the period here for the Lightning. A couple of good rushes. One resulted in the second goal of the game. And then another rush there just a couple of minutes ago. And Rapids is kind of starting to pour the coals to Hibbing here late in the period.
Pass goes right through the slot area. It's kept in by Broking. Puts it in deep. Volstead could not control. This is Vekic behind the net. It'll come back to the point to Stefan. Her shot. Edstrom clears it to the near boards. Now Claire Rewerts could not control it. Vekic again putting the pressure on. Check that. That's Parrott putting some pressure on. Kept in by Elich. What looks like they're on the power play. Grand Rapids Greenway to the slaughter, right in on Edstrom. And the shots right now are 17-6 for the Lightning, and they've really dominated here in this first period. And I think Coach Erickson would just like to get out of this first period trailing only 2-0.
Yeah, there's no question about that there, Bob. Abby Edstrom really doing a nice job of making sure she takes care of the first and the second save on every shot on net. But when they get 3-4 extra whacks at it, it's going to be a long night. The Hibbing defensive players are really going to have to work on clearing bodies and pucks out from in front of the net.
Here's Stefan, a pass to the side of the net. Now in behind, going after is Tilma. Gets it back to the point. That was Stefan. Stefan will try to keep it in. She will. Vekic going into the corner after it. That's Cassell coming away with it. Gets it back to the point to Stefan. Back to Cassell. And now it's finally cleared out all the way down into the Lightning end. It will not cross the end line. So they blow off the icing. Pass to the slot. Nobody for the Blue Jackets there. And loose puck now is grabbed by Quinn Cassell. She has the puck taken away by Ali Buzzy in the corner. Buzzy tries to get a pass out. Here's Buzzy trying to control it again. In behind the Lightning net, right to the side of the net.
There's going to be a penalty right here, Bob, on the side of the net. Looks like a checking call here on Hannah Mark from Grand Rapids Greenway.
First penalty of the night. And Hibbing Chisholm will go on the power play. We got Maria Girardi, Ali Buzzy. Try to check out the other members of this power play unit. Emma Lundell, Maddie Rewerts, and let's see, looks like Dorothy Carney. Nope, check that, not Dorothy Carney. It's Courtney Anderson. Power play for Hibbing Chisholm, and we've got another penalty coming, and now it's going to be 5-on-3. We've got a trip right in center ice.
Well, we're going to have a full penalty box down here, Bob Cohen. It's getting full, and it's going to get loud down here as well. Hibbing Chisholm with an opportunity here on a 5-on-3 power play, and they're going to have over 1.5 minutes of 5-on-3 time here. The rest of the period, let's see what Coach Emily Erickson has up her sleeve here on this 5-on-3 power play.
Great chance for the Blue Jackets to get back in this hockey game. Comes back to Maddie Rewerts. A shot. Oh, save with the pads. Hard shot taken by Megan Buzzy. Or check that. Lundell. Here's Ali Buzzy. Shot right on, and a save by Trask. Hard to read some of these Blue Jacket numbers. Some of the girls have their jerseys up, not down full enough to be able to tell the difference sometimes between a 16 and an 18.
That's a strategic tuck in, Bob. You got that's a hockey omen right there. You have to make sure that you follow your own superstition when you tuck your jersey in. So there's a couple of them got them tucked in the back.
Okay. Finding out more about hockey in the last couple of weeks than I knew for all the years. Power play time. This is Lundell. Here's a shot taken right across the save. Lundell picks up a shot. It's goal! Over the shoulder, a lot of bodies in front. A power play for Hibbing Chisholm.
That was a great power play goal there. It was just not much that Emily Trask can do there. She makes the first save. Puck goes right out into the slot. And it actually looked like it hit something. It came over the back of her shoulder there. So Hibbing Chisholm here was still with 21 seconds left in the period here, Bob Cohen. And they still have another minute 7 if they don't score on this power play on the PP.
That's the 5th goal of the year for Emma Lundell. And it's 2-1 as the puck comes right on goaltender Edstrom. It's cleared out all the way back, and our clock is going to run out in the first period. We've played one period of hockey from the IRA Civic Center in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. It's Grand Rapids Greenway 2, Hibbing Chisholm 1. This is My 9 Sports.
I'm down here at ice level with head coach Brad Hyduk of the GRG Lightning. Brad, a decent first period. I know that you're not going into the locker room as excited as you would if they would have kept them off the board there on the penalty kill. But, you know, give me a little bit on some of these special players that you have here. You've got Sadie Peart, Quinnipiac commit. You've got Claire Vekage, a BSU commit. What's it like to coach players that are that talented?
Yeah, you know, they both, Vek and Sadie, both, you know, play such an important position on the ice center. You know, every face-off in our D zone, you know, you see them forechecking in this game. And so they're playing 200 feet of the ice. And anytime you have a player who can play 200 feet of the ice, dominate all 3 zones, it makes a difference for your team. Oh,
it most certainly does. You know, obviously, there's wonderful tools that you've got there with the rest of your team, the supporting staff, the goaltender between the pipes. You know, through the first 10 games of the season, sitting at 9-1 right now. The only loss of the season is to the number 2 ranked Edina Hornets. How has the season obviously been for you so far, and how you feel about this group?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say I'm pleasantly surprised. I think I knew what this group was capable of, and starting with those 2 centers, but from our net out and the way our D core has been stepping up this year, having lost our you know, our top point getter back at D last year, and it's the complementary players. You know, I think Sadie and Vek get a lot of the attention, but you know, the 2 wings on both our lines, and us being able to throw a third line out who can create scoring chances and do well in our D zone. So it's been depth. It's been the complementary players. It's you saw the first goal here tonight for us, where you know, a wing on Vek's line can finish the way they can. So you know, that can make us dangerous. But right now, I'm focused on killing 26 more seconds of power play and getting back to work.
Yeah, no question about that, Coach. You got to get out of this one with all hands on deck here. One last piece here before we go off out of this interview. What does it feel like to coach against your alma mater? We know you got Emily as head coach right now over there, but your old man has been behind that bench for so many years. What's it like to coach across from your dad?
Yeah, I mean, there's 2. You know, Emily Erickson's the all-time leading Grand Rapids Greenway scorer as well. So she's opposite of that. But with my dad, you know, going back 10, 12 years now of high school coaching, you know, he used to be the varsity coach, and you know, I think initially it was a novelty and pretty cool, and you talk about it a little bit before, but there's that rivalry piece in place, and it's just become kind of second nature now. And last night we're talking about Vikings football, and today it's hockey. So you know, it's special, and someday it's going to be gone, and I'm going to enjoy it while it lasts. But right now it's about playing the best we can and winning this hockey game.
Absolutely, Brad. Good luck to you the rest of the night and the rest of the season. Best of luck to the girls in the locker room, and go get them.
Thanks, Reed. I appreciate it.
And welcome back to IRA Civic Center. Both teams have returned to the ice. We're going to show you the replays of the 3 goals in that opening period before we start our second period. At 1:47, Quinn Cassell scored her 3rd goal of the season. Vekage getting the assist. That made it 1-0. Then at 11:33 on the second rebound, there it is, the goal scored by Amber Elish, her 5th of the year. Finally get down the other end in the Blue Jackets. Somehow, Emma Lundell gets this puck high over the shoulder into the net, a power play. And it's 2-1, and Hibbing is going to be on the power play for 45 seconds, Reed.
Yeah, and it looked like that last shot there on net actually went off of Sadie Peart and into the upper corner right behind Emily Trask there. Yeah. there's another opportunity here for the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets to try and get themselves back on the board. Probably not going to be as easy as the last time. It was a 5-on-3 there before, but they still have a 5-on-4 here for the next 43 seconds. Let's see what kind of things Coach Emily Erickson can get going here with her girls on the power play.
Saves in the first period. Trask had 9 and Edstrom had 15 for the Blue Jackets. Shorthanded situation. This is Tilma. Now it's picked up by Vekic. Vekic to the side there. A backhand just missed the open corner. 18 seconds to go on this power play. Hibbing trying to come out to set up their opportunity, but this is Tilma. Puts it in real deep. Vekic try to control him behind the net. Vekic after it again. The sophomore trying to stuff it right at the side of the net. No red light. And with 1 second to go on the power play, the Lightning have killed off.
Yeah, they've got a good face-off here down in the Blue Jacket end here, just to the left of Abby Edstrom. And penalty kill definitely had a little bit of a forecheck going there, Bob. Claire Vekic there with a wraparound opportunity on the PK, and Rapids is now full strength. Back to 5-on-5 hockey here, and I think that head coach Brad Hyduk is, at least he's got a couple fingernails left. He doesn't want to see this thing go into a tie game. It's another one of those situations where as long as Hibbing can keep things close, it can always be scary for a bounce here or a bounce there, Bob.
Here's Peart. She'll put it in deep. That's Elish in behind the net. Now Peart again. Back to the point to Broking. She'll let go of a wrister. It was blocked. And now Broking after it. Blue Jackets, Kearney side of the net. Picked up by Mark. Tried to hit Elish, but that did not click. Mark again, cross ice pass to Broking. Coming in, it's Peart right on, and a save by Edstrom. Kind of a little slower start to the second period, Reed.
Yeah, that happens sometimes when you get out there and one team or the other is coming out on special teams, and especially when you're on a PK, sometimes you get caught watching a little bit. You have to try and get a little momentum back. Hibbing definitely needs to try and take some of that momentum from that power play. Even though they didn't get a chance at the net there on the 5-on-4, they need to at least use some of that excitement from that PP to try and carry over with some momentum.
Rapids putting some pressure on. It comes back to the point. That was roll off, side of the net. Now it's controlled by Hibbing. She's got some trouble. It's taken away. Grand Rapids putting the pressure right from the slot area. And unable to pull the trigger that time was Cassell. She got the first goal tonight for the Lightning, and it's dumped into the Grand Rapids zone, and Hibbing will make a complete line change. This is roll off in behind her net, off the high glass, back into center ice where Maddie Rewerts will put it right back in and right on goaltender Trask, and she'll hold on to it long enough to get a whistle.
Yeah, just long enough. The referee got a little bit whistle happy on that one. She did throw it out there right away, but got a little whistle happy. They weren't doing that in the first period. You're getting a couple extra whacks at it, so maybe they had a conversation in the referee's room. Don't want anybody to get hurt.
Drotz, Peart, and Elish on the ice right now for Grand Rapids. This is Peart off the boards, trying to get it up to Drotz. Drotz with the puck in the zone, into the corner, being tied up by Maddie Rewerts. Still battling for the puck. It comes back to the point. The shot was wide of the mark by Stefan. Drotz trying to get it back. Here's Peart. Cross ice pass for Stefan. Shot goes right to the side of it, not a play. We're going to take a break. 13:31 to go. Period number 2 from the IRA Civic Center in Grand Rapids. come back to action. Grand Rapids again putting some pressure on. High off the blocker. A shot from Jordan Trombley. Third line on the ice right now. Here's Bonner. Along the boards. Bonner continues to try to control it. It'll be kept in by Broking. Going after it now is Sydney Hibbing. She shoots it along to the far side to Sullivan. And it clears out of the zone. Roloff could not keep it in. Hannah Mark will carry it back and roll into Roloff. Almost intercepted. Twelve and a half minutes to go in our second period. A 1-goal lead for Grand Rapids Greenway.
Grand Rapids Greenway really trying to get some momentum going here after being on the penalty kill late in the first period and into the second period here. They did have a little bit of a forecheck going from that PK, but since getting full strength have not really generated anything here.
Puck goes in the corner. Ali Buzzy takes a bump. Still fighting in the... Here they come. That was Vekic getting it out. Nice pass to Tilma. Shot goes right on.
Oh, she had the right idea there, Bob. She was trying to thread the needle over there to Claire Vekic on the backhand there. Just kind of slid in front of her a little too far.
Here's Tilma on the corner. Her shot was deflected along the near boards. It'll be kept in going to the far side. Cassell after it, but a Blue Jacket gets there first. Now Cassell will pick up the puck. She's got Vekic. Cassell shot right on, and a save made by goaltender Abby Edstrom.
An easy save there, too. That's probably the easiest piece of equipment there to stop the puck there for Abby Edstrom. She's got a really good glove. Right now, coming into the zone here, Cassell has to look at some place to shoot that puck in order to get a rebound with somebody crashing to the far left side of the net there.
Where's the puck? It's grabbed by Parrott. It comes back to the point. That's Stefan. In deep, going in behind is Drotz. This is Maddie Drotz. Now Parrott will come in and control the puck along the far boards. Here's Parrott in the circle right up front. Parrott shot just wide. Just missed it.
Look at the stick skills that Sadie Peart has coming off the wall there. She's just got phenomenal hands. You can see why she's a commit, signed and delivered to Quinnipiac here already. Signed about a month ago here, her letter of intent on signing day.
Puck in the corner, couple Blue Jackets battling for centering pass, comes through the slot area. It'll be kept in by Reed. She'll put it in deep. This is Drotz again. Hit a Blue Jacket in front. That was Marie Girardi, and it's cleared. And now Hibbing skaters will head to the bench. Line change. We've got an icing. Let's take a break. We've got 10 and a half minutes to go here in period number 2. This is My 9 Sports from IRA Civic Center in Grand Rapids. Second period, just like the first period, looks like that forecheck. They're just keeping Hibbing back in their end quite a bit now in this period.
Yeah, just since the break here, Grand Rapids Greenway has had a couple opportunities, really pinning them in on the forecheck there. You know, one of the things that I was thinking of before we went off to break is not typical when you've got two talented players to have those two players on separate lines. Coach Brad Hyduk really kind of spreading the wealth out on that team, and I like what he's done with them. He's got some really good supporting players to put on a line with them. He made good reference to that in the interview, that hey, we do have some talent in these two players, but it's really nice when you got kids that can, a good supporting cast that can bury the puck with these two out there. So having that talent on two different lines, unbelievable.
Puck is shot into the Grand Rapids end real deep. Here's Drury, or check that. That's Megan Buzzy. She'd try to control it, but it's taken away by Parrott. Parrott tried to control it. Oh, it looked like a slash there. No call at all. Drotz took a whack at it, and now Hibbing again with some trouble. They do get the puck in center ice. They try to get some kind of offense going, but again, also back checking so well are these Lightning girls.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming back into the zone real hard, picking bodies up, making sure people are all covered so that the defense can make a play at the blue line is real important for transition.
Here's an icing call on Greenway, or Grand Rapids Greenway, that is. You know, it's so hard to refer to them as Grand Rapids Greenway.
It is for me, too, but I actually really like this with the girls program. It's very difficult for me to say that because I'm a Grand Rapids grad. There's always been no love lost between the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks and back when they were the Indians, as well as the rivalry between them and the Greenway Raiders way back in the day. But this really, really has been a great tradition with this co-op here in the girls program. Lots of trips to the state tournament, and I'm sure many more to come here in the future. We're going to keep our fingers crossed at Grand Rapids High School for this year as well.
Carlson drops it back to Maddie Rewerts right in front of the Hibbing bench. Both teams taking whack at the puck, and now Courtney Anderson will control it in behind her own net. She's being just hounded, but does get the puck back into neutral ice, where it's backhanded back in by Hannah Mark of the Lightning. 8 minutes to play in our second period. Lightning with a 2-1 lead over Hibbing Chisholm. Now Claire Vekic poke checks it away. Vekic trying to control it along the far boards. Vekic in that corner. Nice move by Claire Vekic. Here's Vekic in the circle. Lost control of the puck. Comes to this side, and that's Jazzy Roloff that got the puck in deep. Jazzy Roloff now controls the puck. Cross ice pass goes to Abby Gustafson. And now here come the Blue Jackets back. Cross ice pass, a little bit too far for Dorothy Carney. Hibbing on a line change. They've got their Lundell Carney and Drury line on the ice right now. Trying to get some offense going and trying to get that equalizer. Here's Claire Vekic getting the pass. Vekic puts a shot right on Edstrom. This puck is grabbed by Folstead. Now Vekic takes it away, centering pass. Nobody there. And it's picked up by Ali Buzzy. Return pass to Buzzy. That little, boy, she's just a little hard-working player. Back to the point of shot, hit some bodies in front. Shot.
That was a great block shot there in front of the net, Bob. Great block shot there. I didn't see who that was. I think it might have been Jazzy Roloff. If it wasn't, it was the other defensive player in front of the net there. Just phenomenal to watch.
I'll tell you, it is really fun to watch these two Buzzy girls.
Oh, for sure.
16 Megan, 20's Allie. They just work so hard.
Well, we talked a little bit about earlier, but it just happened on a rush here just a second ago, Bob, where the Grand Rapids Greenway Lightning girls were coming back really hard on the back check. They really can't generate anything on the rush because these girls come back hard. That is attributed to great coaching and hard work. I watched these girls last week in practice as I was kind of roaming around the rink, and these guys were out here. The girls were out here for practice one day, and Coach Brad Hyduk had them out there pushing nets across the rink. And they were doing some conditioning, and I walked over to Coach Hyduk, and I said, "They giving them a little skate here today, Coach?" And he says, "Yeah, we just won yesterday. This is what we do after we win."
Wow. Hibbing penalty, their first penalty tonight. It's on Mackenzie Folstead. Check that, McKenna Folstead. And now this power play. First chance of the night for the Lightning.
This is the one opportunity that you'll get a chance to see Sadie Peart and Claire Vekic out on the ice at the same time as with this first power play unit.
Here's Peart's shot.
And as well, you've got some other talented players out there as well. You got Broking out on the point that's got a really heavy shot. You got Drotz on the back door.
Shot, puck is loose, and a great play. It's cleared out of the zone. I guess it didn't quite get out of the zone, but it was a nice play by Ali Buzzy of the Blue Jackets. Here's Claire Vekic, right side, drops it back to Sadie Peart. Broking on the right side. Goes into Drotz, the corner. It's cleared, but not out. Broking again towards the slot area. 5:30 to go in our second shot. Goes right on. Another shot over the top of the net. Good chance for Claire Vekic. Comes back to Peart. Now
Great
Broking.
puck movement. Great puck movement on this power play.
Right through the skates of Elich there.
It's just a matter of time before that thing goes in. It's a matter of just connecting with one of those backdoor passes. You can see up top on that power play, Broking and Peart really moving the puck well. And then you've got a really dangerous piece down below where you've got Vekic and Drotz on the backside there. Really interesting power play. They're fun to watch.
Offside called on the Lightning. So with 5:03 to go in our period and 40 seconds to go on this power play, Hibbing needs one more skater out there. And they'll get their fourth skater out. Courtney Anderson comes out. This is roll off. Off the boards to Cassell. And it's flipped out of the zone. 4:45 to go. 20 seconds remaining on this 5-on-4 for the Lightning. Got time for another rush. This is Mark. Mark will drop it back for a roll-off. She just go over wrist dirty, flipped it high up into the netting. We're going to take a break. 4:32 to go. Period number 2. It's 2-1 Grand Rapids Greenway over Hibbing Chisholm. As we come back to action, Hibbing successfully kills off the penalty, and a shot was put towards the net by Ali Buzzy. Hit some traffic in front, and now it's cleared back into neutral ice. Courtney Anderson will run it down. She could not control it. Now Buzzy. Under 4 minutes to play in our second period. 2-1. There's been no scoring in this period. It's been a defensive battle. This puck was grabbed by Steffen. Now Peart. She'll get it up to Drotz, and here comes Maddie Drotz into the attacking zone, going into that corner. Drotz now in behind the net, nobody in the slot. Coming in there quickly, trying to look for a pass was Tilma. She could not pull the trigger. Comes back to the point. Steffen, a shot saved by Edstrom, and then taking a whack at it was Ellie Tilma, and then she got knocked down.
Well, she got knocked down by Abby Edstrom. You saw as soon as she made that save, she's not afraid to stand her ground right there. Player coming right into the net there. I didn't see the number, but Abby Edstrom standing her ground. The blocker came up quick. She didn't throw a punch, but she put her hand up there. Definitely got a little bit of got a piece of the gal, and she ended up on her backside.
2-1. This has been a good hockey game, a good girls hockey game from the IRA Civic Center in Grand Rapids on this Tuesday night. Puck comes towards the slot area. It's batted around. And now turning back in her own end was Maria Girardi.
Well, Bob, you've talked a little bit about the defensive play out here, but I got to say something about the goaltending down here. It's really been fun to watch Abby Edstrom down on this end. I'm sure that Coach Emily Erickson is not all that excited about giving up almost 30 shots here in just 2 periods. But I know goaltenders like when they see shots, they get action, they get momentum. Abby Edstrom looks really sharp here tonight.
Puck gets kicked into the Lightning zone. Loose puck then is grabbed by Jade Roloff, and she backhands it into the Hibbing end with 2:25 to play in our second period. Tilma puts it back in for the Lightning. Now this is Maddie Rewerts, and take it away. Walk-in shot. Oh, and hit the pipe. A great chance for Tilma. She could just not get the puck inside the pipe.
Well, goaltender's best friend there, right there, Bob Cohen, hit the pipe there on the side. You know what that says? That says that Abby Edstrom had the right angle.
Okay.
You can say that they're lucky when it hits the pipe, but a goalie would tell you that's not luck. That's called being in the right position. If I'm in the right position, it's going to hit the pipe or it's going to miss the net.
Puck gets put in the Hibbing zone. It's cleared back out once again. Here's Steffen. Has it taken away by Buzzy. Puck goes to the back, and then finally Parrott could not control it. It's grabbed by Elish. Amber Elish with the puck in neutral ice. Under 90 seconds to go in the period. Now Mark coming in. This is Hannah Mark. Goes down. She'll quickly get back up.
The referee, Bob Exalki, down there letting them play hockey. I like to see that. Good Iron Range boy. Making sure they get a chance to get a little bump or two in there. I don't mind that.
Puck comes into the Lightning end with 60 seconds to go in period number 2. It's a 1-goal lead for Grand Rapids Greenway. This is Drury trying to control the puck, but it's quickly taken away by Parrott. Up to Drotz. Drotz trying to hit Tilma, who's on the ice right now, to the side of the net. It goes through the slot. Broking will keep it in with 35 seconds to go in her period. This is Broking in behind. She lost control of it. It'll be kept in. Drotz takes a shot. It goes high up into the upper netting, and we have a whistle with 29 seconds to go in the period.
Well, Bob, we talked about this early on in the first period, and I know this conversation is going to come up in the interview here shortly with Emily Erickson, is that the longer that Hibbing Chisholm can keep this game close, the more nervous head coach Brad Hyduk is going to be on his bench. Right now, they're sticking around, and they're sticking around because they've got a phenomenal goalie between the pipes, and sometimes a goalie can win a game for you.
Here's a shot from Steffen and a save made. 6-4 Blue Jackets. The Blue Jackets fresh off a 1-0 victory at Cloquet last Thursday night.
That's a nice win for the Blue Jackets there. We saw a very nice Cloquet team when we covered My 9 about a month ago here now.
10 seconds to go in the period. And we've got an offside called on the Lightning. Upcoming games for Hibbing Chisholm. On Thursday the 13th, they will host Moose Lake. And then their final game before the Christmas break, Thursday, December 20th, they play at the Duluth North Stars. And the Duluth North Stars are made up of East girls and Denfeld girls.
Well, that should be a fun one.
Here's Vekic controlling the puck, 2 seconds, and our period is going to come to an end. We've played 34 minutes of hockey. Grand Rapids Greenway 2, Hibbing Chisholm 1, and we'll have a live interview coming up shortly with head coach Emily Erickson.
Down here at ice level with head coach Emily Erickson of the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jacket girls team. Emily, this has got to be a very familiar rink to you.
Yes, it is, without a doubt. It's a fun atmosphere here tonight with the band and the fans here, but it's a fun rink to play hockey in, without a doubt.
Yeah, no question about it. And if my memory serves me correctly, in a very nice comment from head coach Brad Hyduk in the intermission after the first period, he said, I was mentioning how fun it is for him to coach across from his dad, and he said it's also very fun to coach across from an icon like Emily Erickson, who's the all-time leading scorer for the GRG Lightning.
Yeah, it's flattering of Brad to say, yes.
So that must mean a lot to you as far as, having the opportunity to coach a storied program like Hibbing and following an act like Pete Hyduk. Big shoes to fill, but it seems as though the last couple of years you've been doing a phenomenal job.
Well, thank you for that. Huge shoes to fill. Pete's been a great advocate for girls hockey, and coming up as a player, even in the Grand Rapids Greenway program, that's always been my goal, advocating for the sports and hoping that it's always growing. And like I say, Pete's done a good job of that. Brad's done a great job of that here with the Grand Rapids Greenway program, and to be around these guys and spending time learning from them is it's a blessing.
Absolutely. Emily Erickson was a graduate of Grand Rapids Greenway back in 2008, was in a state tournament there. Also graduated in 2013 from Bemidji State University. Had a great playing career, Emily, but getting to tonight's game, the longer that the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets stay close in this game, you got to think that Abby Edstrom's going to keep you close, and you got a chance.
Yeah, she made some really nice saves for us that period. You just wish, I think we only put 3 shots up in the second period here, and you got to put more on net. we'd like to generate some offense and sustain a good forecheck here in the third period to hopefully put the puck in the back of the net and get this game tied.
It'd be nice to see that. It would definitely have some excitement here in the building. It's always a pleasure to see these two teams play each other with a great West versus Mid Iron Range matchup. Two storied programs in the state of Minnesota. It's always fantastic to talk with you. Good luck the rest of the night and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Have a good night.
Okay, and that's Reed Larson, and we'll quickly just run down the saves before we take another break. Emily Trask has made 12 saves in 2 periods, 9 in the first, 3 in the second. Abby Edstrom with 28 saves in the first 2 periods, 15 in the first and 13 in the second. Only 1 penalty in that period. That was on Hibbing Chisholm. That was for 2 minutes, and there was no scoring in that period. It's 2-1. Grand Rapids Greenway after 2 periods of hockey. Let's get ready for our exciting third period. That's coming up next.
So God invented first names. Yeah, Marky, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Those puck is picked up by Drotz. Here's Drotz, circle, high slot, her shot, and Edstrom with the glove will make a save and hold on and get a face-off.
Well, that's what Grand Rapids Greenway is going to have to continue to do, but more so than just getting the puck on the net, they're going to have to get Abby Edstrom moving from side to side. It's either going to be get her moving from side to side and go back the other direction, or there's going to have to be bodies and hope that it hits something and goes in. She's dialed in here tonight already with 29 saves on the night, 31 shots on net. She's dialed in here right now.
Broking shot was wide. Vekic will control it along the sideboards. Vekic, nice move. Here comes Claire Vekic walking in.
That hit crossbar, yep. Bob.
Hibbing coming back in the zone. It comes off the back wall. That was Carney putting some pressure on. Dorothy Carney. Now Broking will grab it along the near boards.
That's the one thing I do like about these girls' jerseys here. They've got a number in the upper right-hand shoulder. It's a little easier to see that number. We should have conversation with Coach Emily Erickson. If we cover their games again next year, we should ask them to get the number in the top right corner of their jersey. You think she'd listen to us, Bob?
Well, just talk to the athletic director, Ann Campbell, who knows you very well, and I'm sure if you suggested that, she may consider it.
Well, yeah, Rapids isn't going to need, Grand Rapids Greenway is not going to need new ones. It's Hibbing, so we got to talk to athletic director Megan Potter.
That's right.
See if she can't get them new jerseys with numbers up in the upper right-hand corner.
12:10 to go here in our final period. Reed, at what point now do you think Hibbing starts pinching a little bit? Hibbing starts gambling a little bit?
I think that Hibbing Chisholm can wait a little bit longer as to try and make some kind of a risky play here, whether they're going to stretch somebody, whether they're going to start pinching a little more on a forecheck. Abby's dialed in right now, and I don't think they want to take too many risks early on, maybe the last 6-7 minutes of the period.
Here's Parrott getting it back to the point. That's Reed. She'll get it in deep, brings her on the boards.
She's got a good last name.
She sure does. In behind the net, Drotz battling for the puck. It comes back to the point. Mark took a whack at it. Now Vekic kicks it around a bit. Vekic will backhand it in deep. Here's a shot right on. Save. Puck is loose. Where is the puck? It's in behind the net.
And another save by Abby Edstrom.
Drotz again in behind. Centering pass. Nobody there. Kept in by Stefan. She walks in with a high wrister. Comes to the near board. Reed will keep it in. Shot was wide. Taken by Maddie Drotz. Now pitching into Stefan again. She'll carry the puck in behind the net. Now this is Parrott to the side of the net. Loose puck is picked up by Buzzy. She could not control it. Drotz will keep it in deep once again. Under 11 minutes to play in our hockey game. A 1-goal lead for the Lightning from Grand Rapids Greenway, and they'll finally just ice the puck. And with 10:45 to play, we'll take a break in the action. IRA Civic Center in Grand Rapids is the site of tonight's action. Grand Rapids Greenway 2, Hibbing Chisholm 1. To 13 are the shots.
And like I mentioned before, you could probably add a couple, 3, 4 more on the end of that one there. I've seen that a couple of times here this year that, you know, maybe sometimes the shots don't get tallied up. Maybe a few of those little close ones don't get counted. I'm thinking you're inching more towards about 40 right now.
As Buzzy tried to break out, loose puck's picked up by Cassell, and now it clears out of the zone. This is Hannah Mark back in her own end. Cross ice to roll off. Vekic will get it in deep, and now Claire will go in after it. She'll carry it in behind the net, try to stuff it to the side. And
nice little cutback move behind the net there, Bob Cohen. She ended up looking like she was going to go around all the way to the far side. Quick cut to the near side on her backhand, but she wasn't fooling Abby. Abby Edstrom stuck to her post right there. Ended up getting that leg pad right down on the pipe so that Claire Vekic couldn't stuff that in there on the near side.
Face off just outside the Hibbing blue line. 9:50 to play in our hockey game. It's a 1-goal lead for the Lightning. Broking will get there. Tries to get it up the boards. It comes back to the point. Here's a shot taken. Folstead. Now the puck goes to the far side. Comes back to Folstead. A little bit wide of the mark. Picked up by Steffen. Try to clear it out. It'll be kept in. This is Lamphere's shot, or check that, that was Girardi's shot. Girardi centering pass right on front. Buzzy could not pull the trigger. The two Buzzy girls going in after the puck in the corner for the Blue Jackets. Megan and Allie.
Nice little battle down there in the corner.
Shot goal! Loose puck was picked up by Julia Girardi.
And again, I don't know how we could have predicted that, but we did. All they really need is a couple of opportunities, just one shot on net. Good little battle down there in the corner, and the puck was tipped off to the side there. Just a mishandle there by Broking on the side of the net. Not her fault, but somebody there, Johnny, on the spot there. The goal was scored by Girardi. She was just wide open on the side of the net. And again, you can see how this little misdirect here right on the stick of Girardi, and all she needed to do was release the puck. Emily Trask could not see where that thing was going, and actually she was kind of too far out of position as she was sliding over, thinking the puck made it to the corner, actually. So now we got a hockey game.
We got a hockey game, is right. Haben gets the assist on the goal, and just like we talked about it, you know, you put a shot on goal. That's their first shot on goal. It goes in the net.
Well, hang around. Soon you won't be around, and that's what happens here with Grand Rapids Greenway allowing Hibbing to hang around, and not so much allowing them to. They've really been dominating the game. The story of the game here is Abby Edstrom on the other end with 34 shots on net already and 32 saves. She kept them in the game. She's allowed Hibbing with one opportunity here in the period, and it's in the back of the net. And now look, we're notched up at 2, tie hockey game.
8 minutes to play, 2-2 hockey game. It was 2-1 after one. In fact, it was 2-0 before Hibbing scored. Before the first period ended, no scoring in the second period, and Hibbing has the only goal here in our third period. Pass up for Drotz. Here comes Maddie Drotz in 1-on-5 as the rest of the team was on a line change. Drotz controls it, try to center the slot here, comes back to the point to Steffen.
Well, I don't think the rules change in girls hockey like they do. It's not any different than it is with boys hockey. When you got a hot goalie, everything has to get to the net. And sometimes you just got to take the puck to the net. And I mean, sometimes it's not even a shot. You just keep going with it to the net.
Claire Vekic will take the draw.
But definitely traffic in front of the net, Bob. More shots. And again, we talked about Abby Edstrom. We have to get the GRG Lightning have to get her moving side to side. Maybe hope for some kind of misdirect in front.
This puck is picked up by Steffen, gives it to Broking. This is Tilma. Try to hit Vekic. Tilma picks it up. Right out in front. Missing a great chance was Quinn Cassell. It'll be... Nope. Jumped out over the blue line. 6:45 to play, and now both teams will complete line changes. Hibbing will go with Carney, Lundell, and Drury.
A little wholesale line change doesn't hurt anything. I think they're trying to keep some legs fresh here and look for both benches to start retreating to their top line here a little more often. Neither of these teams wants to come out of here with a loss tonight, especially thinking about GRG. You know, they're playing in a double-A program and one of the ranked double-A teams in the state, and they're out against a very, very good single-A Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jacket team. So they're both looking at want to continue with being the top team in the North, but also not wanting to fall in the standings of QRF as well, too.
Puck is in behind the Grand Rapids net. That was roll-off. She could not control. It's picked up by Parrott. Here comes Sadie Parrott, leading scorer. Nice move. Parrott takes it in. Tries to go around the defense again. A shot, and Edstrom with a great save. Boy, that was two nice moves by Sadie Parrott.
Wow, and it was the same move both times, but had the move on the first player coming into the zone, had the move on the defenseman coming into the zone, and not going to get that same move on goaltender Abby Edstrom. She did make that shot towards the upper corner on the upper glove side of Abby Edstrom, but she stood her ground, made the stop there, and face off just to the left.
Both teams going with their third line now. Carlson, Girardi, and Rewerts for Hibbing. Trombley, Bonner, and Roloff for the Lightning. Pass to Carlson. She'll just dump it in. The chase is on. Steffen could not control it in behind the net. That's Claire Rewerts trying to control it. Steffen will grab the loose puck. Steffen will try to flip it out. Carlson will keep it in. Again, Hibbing keeps the puck in the zone. That was Rewerts. Try to center right side of the net. Puck is loose in front. Here's a shot taken. Goal! Courtney Anderson gives Hibbing the lead.
And a rebound just pops out into the perfect area for Courtney Anderson as that puck just drops right into the slot area, comes off the stick of a forward down there of the GRG Lightning, and it just comes right on the tape. Courtney Anderson, and just shells the puck towards the net. That baby ended up going right over the top of a sprawled out Emily Trask.
Should be unassisted as it was a defensive error. And Hibbing, with 2 goals in this period, have taken a 3-2 lead.
Well, it's a perfect example, Bob, of a team taking their lead and momentum from a goaltender. Now they've really kind of taken over a few things in this game. They've gotten few offensive opportunities here. Grand Rapids Greenway really has to try and get something to the net, try to regain some of this momentum. There's a very excited Blue Jacket bench right now.
Puck is shot all the way down, and we're going to take a break with 4:42 to play in our hockey game. This is My 9 Sports from the IRA Civic Center in Grand Rapids. It's 3-2 Hibbing Chisholm over the Lightning. as we were away, the lightning strike and get the tying goal. We're going to show you the replay. Edstrom makes the initial save. The puck comes right to number 7, Maddie Drotz.
Right off the face-off, too, Bob. And that's a play that's drawn up and likely practiced by the Lightning. Puck went forward. The shot there looked like by Sadie Peart. And then Maddie Drotz going to then got an extra whack on it. Abby Edstrom mishandled that save there, dropped down by her leg pad. And Maddie Drotz with an extra whack at it ends up in the back of the net.
We're tied at 3-3. Pass is too far. This is going to be icing on the Lightning with 4:04 to play. Third period.
Well, it appeared to me that we were tied 3-3, but the scoreboard says 4-3 right now. I'm guessing that they're going to have to fix that here in just a second. There we go. That's not our graphic. That was a mistake. Our camera is actually on the clock right now, so we're not going to blame that on anybody in our area.
Here's Steffen. Off the backboards to Broking. Gives it back to Steffen. Back to Broking. Boy, Hibbing doing a good job right now of tying up the Lightning. Comes back to the point. A shot right on. Save was made. Courtney Anderson, who got the go-ahead goal, puts it towards, and it would have been wide anyways.
We're getting more shots on net here. Hibbing Chisholm finding a couple of chances towards the net here, and just out of about 4 or 5 shots this period, 2 of them end up going in here, and we've got an excellent hockey game. But Grand Rapids Greenway not going to roll over, not going to stick out that lower lip and pout about it. They went in right off the face-off while we were at the last break and pumped one in, so now we have a tie hockey game once again.
And another icing will be called, so they'll bring the face-off all the way back in the Lightning end. Lightning will be back in action as they will be taking on the Duluth North Stars. That's the East Denfeld girls on Tuesday the 18th, and then Thursday the 20th they'll play Duluth Marshall. Here the puck is picked up by Sadie Peart. Here comes Peart on her backhand side. Peart. Cross ice pass goes, a shot taken right in front. The puck is loose. Edstrom down. It's cleared, and then a whistle blows.
That was a quick whistle there. I don't know that the net was knocked off or anything, but I guess just for the sake of safety, a whistle got blown. We did have at least one Lightning in the net. Looked like Sadie Peart got knocked in. Just a little bit of a shove from behind there. She ended up in the net. But as the Lightning face off here, Blair Vekic is on the draw and ends up winning it back.
Roll off. Got it towards the slot area. Now it's in behind. Hibbing trying to break out. The pass comes up to Maria Girardi. She backhands it in. Broking will run it down. Stops behind her net to roll off. Try to hit Vekic. This is Tilma. Ellie Tilma puts it in deep. Cassell goes after Tilma in behind, and it's taken away by Courtney Anderson. Long pass, too far, and it's put back into center ice. Here comes Vekic. Vekic tees it up, puts a shot just wide.
Boy, that had some heat behind it. Nice shot, ended up going over the net there, but Blair Vekic really has a heavy shot. She's only a sophomore, Bob.
Yep, I know.
Verbally committed. Bob knows really well as he's seen her across
the field.
Seen her across the field in the other dugout for the Greenway softball team, as Bob is our Virginia softball coach.
Here comes a loose puck, is picked up by Haben. Haben lost control of it as it's taken away by Peart. Here comes Sadie Peart back with a head of steam coming up the left side. Peart coming in to the forehand. Goal! Her 15th goal of the year.
You know, that goal actually looked really familiar. Nice little play. She protects the puck wide, ends up beating that defenseman wide, protects the puck, goes all the way to the other side of Edstrom and puts it in the back of the net. And a goal looked really similar that I saw on TV last Friday night. There was a goal scored by one of the UMD girls teams players. Houston ended up making a play exactly like that, and it actually made SportsCenter's top 10 Saturday morning.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal play, and that looked really similar.
So Sadie Parrott gives the Lightning a lead. Here comes Buzzy back. Whiffed on it. Puts another shot on, though. Regained control. And Trask with 90 seconds to go will hold on.
Well, this has been a really back and forth, a real back and forth third period here, Bob. Pretty fun to see that we had a scoreless second period, if my memory is correct here. We had a scoreless second period, but lots of action here in the third. A few extra shots. The shot clock going up on the home side to 40 shots on net. Still only 16 on the guest side of the shot clock, but that doesn't matter, considering that Hibbing was able to put in just 3 or 4 of those shots here this period.
Well, they've had 3 shots.
3 shots and 2 goals, yeah.
Well, we got 90 seconds to go, and again during our post game that we'll run down the 4 goals that were scored in our third period. I know you'll enjoy to see those goals, as Girardi and Anderson scored for Hibbing, Drotz and Parrott scored for the Lightning. It was 2-1 after 1, 2-1 after 2, and boy, this has been a fun game tonight, Reed.
Well, the second period got to be kind of a little bit of a goaltending stand by goaltender Abby Edstrom on the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jacket side. Did a real good job of stopping pucks, but there was no putting a stop to some of these that ended up coming here in the third period by the Lightning. A nice little push here in the third period by Hibbing Chisholm towards the Lightning net. Ended up popping a couple in. And did a real nice job of notching it up 2-2, and then took a quick lead up 3-2. But the Lightning not going to roll over Rots. And again, that line put right back out on the ice again, and Sadie Peart ended up with the go-ahead goal here. So real interesting 90 seconds left here. We'll see what happens.
We'll watch that Hibbing net to see when they'll pull Abby Edstrom. I'm sure the Lightning will try to keep the puck in neutral ice or in the Hibbing end as much as they can.
Well, this is another time where you'll see, and you see it right now, that Coach Brad Hyduk is going to put both star players out on the ice at the same time. So you didn't see this unless you saw it on the power play earlier tonight. But right now, both 8 and 9 for the Lightning are on the ice at the same time, as well as Maddie Drotz. So 7, 8, and 9 out there, and 8 and 9 are your 2 college committed players for the Lightning on the ice at the same time.
50 seconds to go. And we've got a penalty coming on the Lightning. It's going to be a power play, and the net's going to be empty. It's going to be 6-on-4 as Grand Rapids Greenway have just taken their 3rd penalty tonight. Jazzy Roloff going off.
Yeah, you definitely heard a fairly frustrated Coach Hyduk down there, but you can see from the film here that the foot got a little tangled up there by Jazzy Roloff. Foot got tangled between the feet of a sprawling Blue Jacket, and it was well sold, but good point. You might as well. You got nothing to lose to sell it a little bit there at the end with 45 seconds left in the game here.
Hibbing net is open as a puck comes right to the goaltender Trask, and she'll make the save. Well, I guess they put Edstrom back out, and I don't understand.
Well, former head coach and goalie coach, now assistant coach Pete Hyduk, he's got her sitting out right at the top of the hash, and they want full possession, and now he's got her coming.
Okay, now it's 6-on-4 as they'll bring out the extra attacker. Under 30 seconds to play. Puck is in that corner. They still continue to bat for it. This is Peart. Still in there, 18 seconds left, in behind the net. They try to center it. That was Buzzy trying to center it. Still in behind, now it gets into the netting, and with 10 seconds to go, that's a great job by the Lightning to
I'm just curious as to if anybody else is going to call a timeout. I can't imagine that Coach Brad Hyduk's going to call one here. He's got his best players on the rink right now. I wouldn't.
9 seconds to go. It comes back to the point. Side. Here's a shot taken. Hit some bodies in front. Clear to the corner. Hockey game is over. 4-3. Grand Rapids Greenway defeat Hibbing Chisholm in an exciting hockey game from the IRA Civic Center in Grand Rapids. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll recap the third period and all the final stats in tonight's game. Once again, our final score, it was the Lightning 4 and the Blue Jackets 3.